But you have a new dimension. You have to use your powers for the benevolence of the people. So, also, your Kundalini was awakened so sahaj. It is because of the love and compassion of your mother. So this time we should say your Kundalini can only be nourished if you develop within yourself the sense of pure love and pure compassion. First, I've used the word pure. That's my name also. That means you have to be innocent to begin with. If you are not innocent, then you have certain problems, maybe with your lust. Maybe your love might be directed towards some person only. Kundalini is not like that. She rises, she goes to all the chakras, she doesn't get involved into any. She tries to cure every chakra, nourish that chakra, and she is only worried about her ascent. In the same way, a Sahajogi should not get involved into any relationship as such. It's possible. You don't have to become like Buddha's disciples. For example, as I have always told you, the sap in the tree rises and goes to various parts of the tree and then evaporates or comes back. So this passage should be kept open. And once this passage is kept open, the Kundalini can rise very easily without any trouble. But this passage can be closed in case you get too much involved into one thing. Because there are some people who get involved, say, in their parents to begin with. All right, in the beginning I know those who come in the beginning to Sahaja Yoga will start saying, mother, my father's sisters, husbands, these things, that is sick. So will you please cure that person? Very common. They'll write long, long letters describing the relationship and I really lose the connection. Who is this one? Without writing the names, they will give all the connections that they have. These are all artificial connections. Tomorrow some calamity comes on you. These relationships are of no use. On the contrary, you'll find they'll take advantage of it. You cannot depend on these relations of yours, in what family you were born, in what religion you were born, in what country you are born, because now you are a universal being. So you are no more related through these artificial relationships, but you are related through your spiritual relationships. Unless and until we establish that within ourselves. That doesn't mean you give up your husband, give up your wife, give up your children, nothing of the kind. But that means that if you have to give up our conditionings, we have to give up all these things. There are all kinds of conditionings we have. If there are some good conditionings, still we should give up. In the sense, they should not be conditionings, but we should be master of them. For example, Indians have one good conditioning in a way in their own country, that they must have their bath early in the morning. I used to do the same. Then England is horrible for that. It takes its respite. If you do that in England, it's a cursed country. You just can't do that. You have to take your bath in the night, otherwise give up bathing. And one has to change. But if you have that conditioning, then you will feel very sad. Oh, I missed my bath. I can't sleep now. I can't feel all right. I am not normal. It's a good conditioning, but still it is enslaving you. So whether it is good or bad, if it is a conditioning, you should try to see it clearly. It's a conditioning. That doesn't mean that you should go in the opposite direction, that all right, I'll never have my bath. That's not the way. It is that, all right, if it doesn't suit in the morning, I'll have it in the evening. Also, it doesn't matter, once in a while I miss it. The bath cannot control me. I'll control the bath. Nothing should control you. Then the Kundalini moves first, because you must have complete liberty. If you do not have complete liberty, then the Kundalini won't move. We have conditionings of our families, of our religion, of our country. These conditionings, as far as possible, is to be seen clearly that we have got it through our family. If you are born a Christian, you will always be more attached to Christ. Christ you have not seen, you don't know whether he existed or not, whether this Bible is true or not, but you will be more attached to Bible. Now, if you are a Hindu, you will be more attached to Gita or to Vedas or something. This creates imbalance, because we must have the same attitude towards all the religions, towards all the scriptures. That's the sign of a saint. So this conditioning has to go. In what country you are born is another conditioning which has to be fought out. Very important it is. I don't want to discuss the conditionings of different countries, but you know very well. After realization, when you rise higher than your society which is surrounding you, you start understanding and you start describing. I have come to know about the stupidity of all these countries through the people who belong to that country. For example, a Frenchman will say, Mother, this is typical French mind. He is a French, otherwise born. Or a Hindu will say, Mother, this is typically a Hindu man. He will do like this. So then you understand that you are not typifying that country. You are a universal being and you are living like a universal being. Once you become the universal being, then also you realize that the skin deep complexion makes no difference in the world. So then you don't start hating somebody who is darker than you or who is fairer than you. Both ways it works. It's not only the people who are fair hate the darker ones, but darkers also hate equally. And mutually they believe that they are all absolutely wrong. If you ask a fanatic about another religion, he'll say that's the worst religion, his is the best. And you ask another fanatic, he will say his is the best, the rest of it is the worst. That means all of them are the worst, in a general opinion. Everybody seems to be the worst. All the fanatics are the worst. If you take a general consensus, see? Nobody will say that, all right, my religion is all right, and at least one another is all right. Nobody. If you ask an Englishman, he'll say, Mother, this is typically English. You can't help it. They get so angry. I've seen the English getting angry with the other English for misbehaving or doing something towards me. But I don't, because they're blind. So here, the compassion should come within you as a universal being, that by God's grace you have risen higher. In the real sense of the word, it is not just you are certified, you are realized souls. No. You are realized souls, no doubt. You are. Sakshat. So, then as it is now, you are absolutely certified by God that you are realized souls. Naturally, you must change everything. No use typifying yourself, identifying yourself with something that is now you have given up. For example, from the egg now you have become the birds. Now birds don't identify themselves with the eggs and settle down in one place. They fly. Now they have become birds. There are no more eggs. In the same way, we should accept our position. We should accept ourselves as realized souls with self-esteem and understanding as to what is our purpose of life now. It is changed completely, entirely. Once you understand the purpose of your life innately, not outside because I am saying or it's a mental process, but inside you feel responsible. You have got realization to spread it all over the world and to emancipate the whole world. Once you realize this point, then automatically you take up responsibilities and the Kundalini will rise. I know of many people who said, Mother, we cannot speak, we have a stage fright, all that. You just stand up. That's all. And they started giving lectures, I had to stop them. There are many who said that we cannot write any poems, Mother, we are no good, we cannot sing. I know of a girl who used to sing so horribly bad that people had to tell her that because she would always go out of tune and very loudly she would sing. Then they had to tell her, now you better keep at the back and don't sing now anymore. Now she's the one who is sort of leading the group. So all these beautiful things start manifesting, which you should accept that they have come to you. And give up all that you call as fear. All kinds of fear we have. These are all left-sided things, as you have seen yesterday, left-sided man, what he should do. But what a left-sided man has to know, that he is now an enlightened soul. And no one can touch him, leave alone destroy. No saint will be destroyed. Those who will try to destroy you will in a very interesting manner will be finished. Not destroyed, but very interesting manner, very jocular manner. You laugh at that and you will enjoy the way things are working out. Like there's a saying in Sanskrit, Vinashakale viparita buddhi. Means their destruction will start by their own stupid methods. They'll become stupid. And at every stage you will say they are becoming stupid. And by that stupidity they are destroying themselves. You don't have to worry about that part. So that's why you don't need any destructive powers. It will all be done by this all-pervading divine power. So that part you have to give up. You just forgive that person. As soon as you forgive, the responsibility from you shifts. And then Kundalini rises. You don't have to carry any malice, anything against him, but just laugh. Because they are blind. Because they are stupid. They are foolish. What do we do if you see an idiot? We may not laugh in his presence, but we do, isn't it? At his back. Because he's an idiot. So they become idiotic. And you see them becoming idiotic, and then you just start See, that's the humor of Sahaja Yoga. You have to have some humor also, isn't it? And then you start seeing these jokers, you see, behaving in that manner. And the whole circus they do is nothing but jocular. So there's nothing to have any fear from any human being. Same about organizations or anything. Naturally, you have to know one thing, that as you are realized souls, you have seen the truth, you are in the light. So they are going to oppose you. They are going to oppose you. They did this, isn't it, to others? Everybody suffered so much. But now no more sufferings to you. Only thing, you can enjoy the humor. Just understand this point, that nothing will destroy you, no one can touch you, but they are there just to supply some humor for you. If you take such a light attitude towards them, all this fear and left side will go away. What are these badhas and what are these bhoots and what are these tantrikas? Nothing. You are so powerful. Just with one glance, you can see them dancing on their heads, the other way round. As long as you will have fear, Kundalini won't rise, because she doesn't rise for people who are cowards. Coward is, she is not going to support. If you are a coward, she said, all right. You are walking on the street. Normally, people are afraid. If there's darkness, afraid that somebody might attack. But a Sahaja Yogi does not. If he's a real Sahaja Yogi, because he knows there are ganas and there are angels around him. No one can touch him. And the one who will try, these ganas will make such a fool out of that person that you'll have a nice chance to laugh at. Now you watch and see. So this left side or this fear should go. Once this fear will go, all your slyness, all your intrigues, all your jealousies will just disappear. That's how the Kundalini will rise very well.